The rear deltoids, or rear delts, play a critical role in shoulder stability and overall posture. Despite their importance, these muscles are often neglected in workout routines, overshadowed by the more visible front and side deltoids. Why is it so crucial to train rear delts, and what are the best exercises to target them? Let's dive into the science behind effective rear delt training, exploring their anatomy, function, and the best ways to ensure they get the attention they deserve. Make sure to stay until the end to find out all the best information, and remember, at Beyond Living, we provide the best information and actionable and functional guides for all facets of healthy living, vitality, and fitness. Also, check out the awesome products that are running exclusive limited time deals just for our viewers here at Beyond Living in the description and in the top pinned comments that we recommend for all our viewers for vitality, healthy living, and fitness. Like, comment, and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel. The rear deltoids, also known as the posterior deltoids or rear delts, are located on the back of the shoulder. This muscle group is part of the deltoid muscle, which has three distinct parts: the anterior, front, lateral, side, and posterior, rear deltoids. The rear delts originate from the spine of the scapula and insert into the humerus, forming the foundation of the shoulder's posterior structure. Their primary function is to facilitate shoulder extension, external rotation, and horizontal abduction. This means that they are crucial in movements like pulling, rowing, and stabilizing the shoulder during various activities. Additionally, rear delts play a significant role in maintaining proper posture by pulling the shoulders back and down, which helps counteract the forward slumping posture common in today's sedentary lifestyle. Given their functional importance, neglecting rear delts in your training routine can lead to muscle imbalances, which can increase the risk of injury and compromise overall shoulder stability. Understanding the unique role of rear delts sets the stage for a science-based approach to training them effectively. Next, let's explore the fundamental principles that guide successful rear delt training, ensuring that these muscles are targeted efficiently and safely. Training rear delts effectively requires a science-based approach, emphasizing muscle isolation, optimal range of motion, and proper load. Here are three fundamental principles to consider when developing your rear delt training routine. Isolation. To target the rear delts, it's essential to minimize the involvement of other muscle groups. Exercises like rear delt flies, face pulls, and reverse pec deck flies help isolate these muscles, ensuring they are doing the majority of the work. When these exercises are performed correctly, the risk of recruiting larger muscle groups like the latissimus dorsi or trapezius is reduced. Optimal range of motion and angles. Proper biomechanics play a key role in effective rear delt training. Exercises should be performed with a range of motion that fully engages the rear delts without compromising form. This requires attention to angles and body positioning. For example, when performing rear delt flies, maintaining a slight bend in the elbows and keeping the shoulders down and back can help maximize rear delt activation. Appropriate load and repetition range. The goal is to use a weight that allows for controlled movement while providing sufficient resistance for muscle growth. The recommended repetition range for rear delt training is typically 8-15 reps per set, with 2-3 sets per exercise. This range promotes hypertrophy without overloading the shoulders. With these principles in mind, the next section will cover specific evidence-based exercises for targeting the rear delts. Let's dive into the workouts that can help you strengthen and build these essential muscles. To effectively target and strengthen the rear deltoids, it's important to incorporate exercises that focus on muscle isolation and proper biomechanics. Here are some of the most effective science-based exercises for rear delt training. Rear delt fly variations. This exercise comes in several forms, including dumbbell rear delt flies and cable rear delt flies. For dumbbell flies, sit on a bench with your torso leaning forward and perform a reverse fly motion, keeping your elbows slightly bent. For cable flies, stand with cables set at shoulder height and pull the handles out to the sides, focusing on squeezing the rear delts at the top of the movement. Face pulls. Using a cable machine with a rope attachment, set the cable at face height. Grip the rope with both hands and pull towards your face, keeping your elbows high and out to the sides. This exercise not only targets the rear delts but also engages the rotator cuff muscles, contributing to overall shoulder stability. Reverse pec deck or machine fly. This machine-based exercise provides consistent tension throughout the range of motion. Adjust the seat and handles to ensure proper alignment, and focus on squeezing the rear delts as you bring the handles back. This exercise is especially useful for those who struggle with maintaining form during free weight exercises. These exercises, when performed with correct technique and adequate control, can effectively target the rear delts and contribute to a balanced shoulder routine. Next, we'll discuss how to integrate these exercises into a comprehensive shoulder workout plan. A comprehensive shoulder routine should incorporate exercises that target all parts of the deltoid muscle to ensure balance and avoid imbalances that can lead to injury or compromise shoulder function. Here's how you can integrate rear delt exercises into your overall shoulder training. Balancing shoulder training. While front and side deltoids are often given more attention, ensuring a balanced approach is crucial. A well-rounded routine should include exercises that target each section of the deltoid equally. For every exercise focusing on the front delts, like shoulder presses, include an exercise for the rear delts, like face pulls or rear delt flies. This balance helps maintain shoulder stability and reduces the risk of injury due to muscle imbalances. Training frequency and volume. To build and maintain strong rear delts, aim to include rear delt exercises in your routine 2-3 times per week. This frequency allows for adequate stimulation without overtraining, which is crucial for muscle growth and recovery. Aim for 2-3 sets of 8-15 repetitions for each exercise, adjusting the volume based on your overall workout intensity and goals. Integrating rear delts with other shoulder exercises. To create a balanced shoulder workout, combine rear delt exercises with front and side deltoid exercises. For example, start with compound movements like overhead presses, then transition to isolation exercises such as lateral raises for the side delts and rear delt flies for the posterior deltoids. This approach ensures a comprehensive workout that targets all aspects of the shoulder. Next, let's explore common mistakes in rear delt training and how to avoid them to maximize results and minimize injury risks. Rear delt training is essential for shoulder health and balanced muscle development, but many people make common mistakes that can hinder progress or lead to injury. Here's a look at some frequent errors and how to avoid them. Using excessive weight. Many lifters prioritize weight over form, leading to poor technique and increased risk of injury. When training rear delts, choose a weight that allows for controlled, deliberate movement without compromising form. Focus on muscle engagement, not just lifting heavy. Poor body positioning, correct posture, and alignment are crucial in rear delt exercises. Ensure a neutral spine and avoid shrugging shoulders. For example, during rear delt flies, keep your shoulders down and back to target the right muscles. Neglecting rear delts. Many workouts emphasize the front and side delts, leading to imbalances. Incorporate rear delt exercises into your routine 2-3 times a week to maintain balanced shoulder development. Rear delt training is crucial for balanced shoulder development, improved posture, and reduced risk of injury. By understanding the anatomy and function of these muscles, using effective exercises like rear delt flies and face pulls, and incorporating proper techniques, you can build strong, healthy shoulders. Remember to balance your training, use appropriate weights, and avoid common mistakes like poor posture and excessive load. To maximize results, commit to integrating rear delt exercises into your routine 2-3 times a week. Don't neglect these muscles. They're essential for shoulder health and overall fitness. Start today and build a stronger, more balanced upper body.